So, yeah, good question. I do very little of this, but occasionally I will dabble into it. So I've got a little bit of experience, though. Just please be aware, not a ton. So how do we actually do this? Well, the key to calling a shell script from a button is to realize that there's always this divide between JavaScript and PHP. But of course, calling a shell command is firmly within the realm of PHP. So if I have a button, unless I'm going to a separate page which calls a shell command, which could literally just be this guy right here, I'm going to have to find some way to communicate from the browser out to PHP. And by far the easiest and most common way of doing that is just to use Ajax. So how do we actually do this? Well, just to show you real quickly what a shell script looks like, basically on my form page right here, I have my PHP. I'm sure you already have your shell script out there. I just did this just to kind of set a reminder and something to look out for, that capturing output from a shell command looks like it only works on a single line. So if you had like multiple lines of data coming back, there's probably some other command that you'd want to use, but in this case using exec is just fine. I'm going to print the working directory, and then I'm just going to do a directory listing of whatever the current file is. And you'll notice then if I run this, it should have no problem returning that data for me. Now the one thing that I would want to point out is you probably want to, for your page processing, set page export mode to PHP head code only. So that's our shell page, so you kind of want to get that set up. Then as far as the Ajax component goes, basically we're going to have a form page. I've got a button, and I have an on-click equals call shell. So I click the button, I'm going to call shell. This is my command I want to call. Call shell then itself is literally just a simple, script that calls Ajax, and it's going to use a GET request to shell.php, which is this guy right here. It's not going to pass any parameters in, but if we wanted to, we could optionally pass something to this. And then on the done, it's going to alert whatever the return from this was. And again, we're echoing out two commands here. So if I run this, I should be able to push a button and it should return what our original shell command was. So pretty simple. Now again, the one thing to look out for is, again, this doesn't seem to return multi-lines of content back, so just be aware of any of that. And then again, as far as this goes, maybe just show you real quick hand here. If I ever need that basic Ajax code, the one hint I always do, and I got to add some code shortcuts too for the code block, but I go down to the page JavaScript section, and then under jQuery Ajax code, I just click this guy right here, and I literally copy and paste it to wherever I need. That said, I should also mention finally that your JavaScript library needs to be jQuery production, because of course we're using jQuery. But yeah, that should be about it, and that should get us up and running.